So on my laptop, I keep a list of 100 life goals that I want to accomplish. This list is very diverse. It includes things like getting season tickets, floor season tickets to see the Chicago Bulls play, writing a New York Times bestseller, celebrating a 50th wedding anniversary, and buying my own island. And also on that list is to give a TED Talk. A few years ago, I discovered TED videos and became absolutely obsessed. And the speaker and actor and writer and thought provoker in me said, I need to speak at one of these events. So I started searching around and trying to figure out, how do you speak at a TED event? I literally Googled it. And I started to realize that it's a little bit more difficult to get picked to speak at a TED or TEDx event. Who would have thought? And I got really frustrated. And then one night a couple weeks ago, I was sitting in my bed, really angry with myself. And then I thought, what am I waiting for? Why am I waiting for someone to pick me? Why don't I film a TED Talk, put it online, and see what happens? And so I went to bed, inspired, and I woke up the next morning, and I was running the Pittsburgh Marathon that day. And as I was running, I listened to an audiobook called by Seth Godin called Poke the Box. And I remember exactly where I was. I was on mile 11 when Seth started talking about TED Talks. And he asked the question, what would your TED Talk be about? And what he meant was, what do you have to say? And he said that everyone should have something to say, and that even though not everyone will give a TED Talk, everyone should know what their TED Talk would be about. And me, being all spiritual and excited and emotional in the middle of a marathon, said, this is a sign. I have something to say, and I'm going to say it. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. I want to talk to you about having something to say, the importance of saying it, and specifically, I want to talk to you about making an impact in today's world. First, though, I want you to think back to a world 10, 15, 20 years ago. If you remember, in those days, it was only those with the most power and the most money who could have a voice, build a platform, and have impact in an industry or whatever you were working in. In those days, what's called Pareto's principle, or the 80-20 rule, was in full effect. That means that only the top 20%, only the top 20% of powerful people, or only the top 20% of richest people had 80% of the impact in whatever industry or organization you were working in. If you weren't a celebrity, a government official, a big corporation, or a megachurch, you could not have an impact. But times have changed. Our culture is evolving and shifting. If you remember, 15 years ago, there wasn't even a computer in everyone's house. Now, today, everyone literally walks around with a computer in their hand, their smartphone. Times are changing. Now, thanks to the maturity of the internet, and thanks to the rise of social media, what we're seeing is a dramatic leveling of the playing field, where now it is no longer just the top 20% who have the ability to have a voice, to grow a platform, and to make an impact. Now literally anyone, thanks to WordPress, thanks to Twitter, thanks to Facebook, thanks to YouTube, anyone, anywhere can do those things for free. In 2014, if you have something to say, and you have an impact you want to make, if you have a difference that you want to put out there into the world, there is literally no excuse for not doing it. Keep watching this channel for more of my TED Talks. Anytime I get an idea, I'll probably just throw one up there. Thanks for watching, everybody. My name's John. Keep being awesome.